What if the animals around us could sense danger before we ever could? Imagine for a moment a village on the edge of the Pacific where just moments before the earth shakes, dogs start howling, birds erupt into the sky, and snakes slither out of their hiding places. People notice, they rush outside, and then only seconds later, the ground rumbles with a force that topples houses. It almost feels like these creatures hold a secret alarm system built into nature itself. Throughout history, people have whispered about animals acting strangely before earthquakes. While scientists still debate how reliable this is, the stories are just too compelling to ignore. From ancient China, where records describe dogs and pigs behaving wildly before quakes, to modern Japan, where cats are said to bolt out of houses before tremors. Animals have long been seen as living seismographs. Dogs are often the first suspects when it comes to earthquake detection. Their ears can pick up frequencies far beyond human hearing, and some scientists believe they can detect vibrations moving through the ground before humans ever notice. In places like Italy, farmers have sworn that their sheepdogs barked and paced nervously hours before devastating quakes. Cats, with their hypersensitive whiskers and acute sense of balance, also seem to respond to seismic changes. Stories abound of cats fleeing homes minutes before disaster. In 2011, just before the massive earthquake and tsunami in Japan, countless pet owners reported their cats darting frantically, as if they sensed an invisible threat. Horses and cattle, animals deeply in tune with their environment, have also displayed strange behaviors. Ranchers have observed herds suddenly stampeding without reason, as though driven by some unseen force. Imagine the chaos of hundreds of animals running wild, all before a quake hits. It's hard not to believe they know something we don't. Birds, too, play a role in this mystery. Entire flocks have been seen taking flight at unusual times, hours before seismic events. Their ability to detect minute changes in air pressure and vibrations might give them the upper hand in spotting the signs of danger. In one famous case, thousands of toads vanished from a lake in Italy days before a quake struck, leaving behind stunned scientists and residents who only later realized the exodus was a warning. Snakes are perhaps the most eerie of these natural detectors. In China, scientists have studied how snakes leave their burrows in winter before earthquakes, despite freezing temperatures that would normally keep them in hibernation. Some were even observed slamming their heads against walls, as though desperate to escape some invisible pressure building deep underground. Fish, with their lateral lines designed to sense vibrations, are another candidate. Japanese fishermen have long reported unusual catches before earthquakes, nets filled with deep-sea species rarely seen near the surface, as if the ocean itself was disturbed from below. Could this be nature's alarm bell rising from the depths? Even elephants, with their massive feet and ability to detect low-frequency rumbles, have shown signs of awareness. In Sri Lanka, just before the catastrophic 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, witnesses recalled elephants running inland, trumpeting wildly, while humans remained unaware of the danger surging toward them. Their actions saved lives, leading many to wonder, did they sense the quake beneath the ocean floor before we could? And then there are the smaller creatures, the bees that abandon their hives, the chickens that refuse to lay eggs, the dogs that whine and hide under furniture. Each animal may react differently, but together they paint a haunting picture of a world where nature is constantly whispering warnings we're only beginning to decode. Scientists believe animals might pick up on things like shifts in the Earth's magnetic field, tiny gas releases from underground fissures, or high-frequency sounds humans cannot detect. Yet, despite decades of study, there's still no clear consensus. Maybe that's what makes this subject so captivating. It sits at the crossroads of science and mystery. Picture this: you're sitting in your living room, everything calm, when suddenly your cat bolts to the door, your dog starts howling, and the birds outside scatter like a storm is coming. At first you laugh it off, but seconds later, the floor begins to shake. Would you ever doubt animal instincts again? Perhaps one day we'll fully understand how these creatures sense what we cannot. Until then, their behavior stands as a reminder that nature often knows more than we do. And sometimes survival means paying attention to the wild voices around us.